Good morning, Wall Street winners. It is Thursday, September the 19th, and it is green across the screen this morning. If we take a look at our Bloomberg Futures app, we can see that all three of the U.S. indices are in the green, and they are up significantly, with the Dow up 500 points or over 1%, the S&P up over 1.6%, and the NASDAQ up over 2%. So the news from Federal Chairman Jerome Powell yesterday and coming out of the FOMC meeting has obviously been, although a little turbulent after release on Wednesday at 2, has now been digested and is being considered to be quite positive to the economy. And there is hope that we are moving towards what they have been calling that soft landing, where they can keep unemployment in line, keep inflation down, and keep the economy humming. I think it was a good sign that we saw strong retail sales numbers. We're likely to, I believe we hear today from FedEx, with FedEx reporting. And if those numbers come in strong, that should bode well for a strong economy going forward as well, that will allow for the Fed to stay on track with future rate cuts, planning for another half point before a reduction before the end of the year. And I believe November 7th is the date when that may occur. So if we take a look at the Yahoo Finance app, starting in health and retail, I mean, everything is pretty much green on the screen right now. There is no red in health and retail, so it looks like this sector is making a good comeback. Transport, we have JB Hunt down just 5 cents in the pre-market, so not significant. Again, not a sector that I would be moving money into right now. And then oil. So we can see that this morning, crude is up 72 cents a barrel for crude futures a month out. So this is interesting. We're starting to see crude get back. Now, this could be part of the pager and device explosions going on in the Middle East right now that Israel is being accused of creating the explosions in Palestine. That is yet to be determined and accepted, or no admission has come of that, to my knowledge at this point in time. But that could be driving oil a little bit higher. That is going to bode well for oil stocks. So as I called out earlier this week, thought it was a good time to get into oil, thought the tide was turning and that we were going to see prices start to continue their upward trajectory. And that is clearly the case today, at least as we head into the open, which is about an hour and 5 minutes away. If we move down into tech is pretty much green across the entire screen. We're seeing some pretty amazing moves here, including stocks like Apple, that has been beaten down relatively in comparison to others lately, and has been getting maybe some bad news media in terms of from a stock perspective, not in terms of a company or product perspective. We've got a lot of things on the move. Again, Micron is going to release now in 6 days. So a week yesterday is when, so a week Wednesday, I guess is what I should say, is when Micron is going to announce. I think the earnings are going to be positive. We'll see whether this positive wave in the market, how long it's going to continue for, and whether it'll even carry into tomorrow's session, because it may tail off today. But I think that we'll see this carry through to the end of the week. Maybe we'll have, I'm not sure what tomorrow is going to look like at this point, but I think today is going to be a pretty strong and positive day for the most part. You can see that as we scroll down, it's green across the screen, right through the list. Meta is up $12. That's going to take Meta to pretty much a $550 stock. That was another call that we made on Meta just in the last 2 weeks, saying that by October, Meta was going to hit 550. So hopefully you got into Meta and things have worked out for you on that front. We also see that Adobe is making a bit of a comeback. It's basically coming back to what it went down yesterday, so it's not a huge move. They, as you know, got beaten up on earnings. And then we move into financials, and financials are doing well at the same time. All of the financials, with maybe one exception, are in the green. We look at SoFi. SoFi set to be up 32 cents. That's a big move for an $8 stock. So hopefully you're holding some SoFi. You'll be able to take some profits on that. today. You've got Goldman set for a $7.50 move to the north. I think it's going to be much higher than that as the day progresses. I think all the financials that you're looking at here, Morgan Stanley at 99, up 175 this morning, going into the opening market and the start of the session, which was, again, another suggestion we made earlier this week at under 100 to pick that up. I think we're going to see a lot of positive movement here going forward for the remainder of the day. So a good idea for today would be find a stock that you like, that you think is going to move, buy it in the early market in the session and when the session opens, and then ride that wave up and sell that and take your profits and try to make a percentage gain in those profits in the day. So that's where we are today. Good luck with your trades. If you're liking these videos, please subscribe to the channel and leave me a like and a comment, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow.